Hello, Internet. Welcome to CineWeek's topic section. Coming at you. This time, we were thinking, what trailers have really impacted us, and what are our favorite trailers of all time?
Yeah, this past week or two, we've kind of been bombarded with San Diego Comic-Con of all the trailers. So, we thought it would be a good idea to kind of go back and see what, of all time, were our favorites.
Yes. So, without further ado, let's start with Ransom. What's your favorite trailer?
Alright, so I gotta say, I based mine off of anticipation and how well the trailer did representing the movie. So I had to go with Logan.
Ooh.
Because that was a good-ass movie.
That was a good-ass movie.
Damn good trailer.
What were your favorite parts about the trailer?
Well, I loved the Johnny Cash.
Yes.
That just fit the entire story really well. And it had this feeling that we haven't gotten before from Fox, and it represented Logan so well.
What was the feeling?
It was like, it was like dark and like twisted, but like there's still like an optimism to both Logan and Xavier.
Whoa, and that girl too, she's like kind of the hope of the new future while they're old and they're going by the wayside, so to speak. So yeah.
It was a really good movie. I'm glad that we saw that in theaters. My parents just watched it the other day.
Oh wow.
And they loved it. My dad is a huge X-Men fan, and so
really?
Yeah, oh god, my dad loves X-Men. So
he loves comic books.
That's a good choice, Ransom, because I think that movie speaks to a lot of different audiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good pick. All right, Casey, what was yours?
Mine, I had to go with Hunger Games.
Ooh.
It was the first trailer that I'd ever actually like physically needed, because I had read the books when I was younger and I was obsessed with them, and then I think I finished the third one, and within a month of finishing the third one, I heard that they were making movies. So for a solid month, I was just following the production studio, like who's cast, who's directing, who's doing the score, and I would just like long for the trailer, and the trailer didn't disappoint. I think it was pretty. It maybe wasn't like the best trailer ever, but it was it opened my trailer world.
Right, and I love the way that they used the music in the trailer to build anticipation, and especially sound effects. That's kind of why I was so hyped for Rogue One after that first trailer that came out. With the use of the Imperial Siren. And they kind of had that thing at the very end of the first trailer for the Hunger Games, where like you see them kind of like going up on the platforms up to the stage, and you hear the and then that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that one would be mine.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. And I think it can't be understated that we now have like this, pop culture kind of world. And I feel like that was one of those movies that started to get us here. Mm-hmm. Which segue into mine here, The Dark Knight. I cannot tell you how fucking stoked I was after that trailer came out, because I remember what the opinions of everyone were at that time, where it was revealed that Heath Ledger would be the Joker, and oh my god, how can he play this dark character?
That way.
Yeah, everyone doubted him. The first couple of images that came out were of the makeup that they were using, and they're like, this isn't the Joker, this movie's gonna suck, they're totally getting this epic, awesome character wrong, and everyone did not believe in him. How fucking wrong they were. And I think the conversation started to change once the trailer came out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you can see from that trailer how dark and how twisted Heath Ledger was going to bring this performance to be. And then it was undercut with this, incredible tension between Alfred and Batman, and the introduction of Two-Face, which would be Harvey Dent. Because they only referred to him as Harvey Dent until the very end of the movie. So not in the trailer.
Spoiler.
I know, right?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it.
God, if you haven't seen The Dark Knight, go fix your life and watch that immediately. That is possibly one of the best movies of all time. And yeah, this trailer definitely sold the feeling we were going to get in the movie, and we got that so well.
Yeah.
So I can't say it
The
enough.
Dark Knight was actually what got me into that particular Batman trilogy. I
Yeah.
hadn't watched
Me
the
too.
first one
I didn't
yet.
even know that Batman
Yeah.
Begins
Yeah,
had
I didn't know that.
existed.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And then I watched The Dark Knight and I was like, well, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's watch more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot more people that had that view of that movie too. So yeah. Absolutely
For
right.
sure.
What was yours, Katie?
So, my trailer goes along the line of what Casey was saying. Mine was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Now,
Is anyone surprised?
yeah. It was either going to be some Harry Potter trailer or this one. But here's why it was Fantastic Beasts. Because we rewatched every single Harry Potter trailer. The first trailer for each movie that came out. And each one of them got me going, of course. Tears and everything. And the last one for this part 2 of the 7th. So the 8th movie, technically. I cried. And I was like, oh my gosh. But then I remember watching those trailers and getting super stoked. But the reason Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which I love what you have written down, by
Yeah,
the
right?
way. Anyway, the reason I chose this one was because it got me stoked. I hadn't had a Harry Potter book. I hadn't had a Harry Potter movie. And I was deep into my obsession, and I hadn't had any new content in quite some time. So I'm just sitting here like, where is it?
You were so freaking stoked.
So no, I remember sitting in this room right here when it came out, and we were watching, I think, some sort of award show.
Yeah.
And it came out, and I was sitting here on my phone, and I rewatched it like 18 times. I was so stoked because what the trailer did that was nice, and the movie was great as well, but what the trailer did that was amazing was they put in the new with Newt Scamander and the Beast and everything, but they also were like talking about Hogwarts. He was obviously a Hufflepuff with his scarf in the suitcase, and they talked about Dumbledore and you know all of this stuff, and it was familiar, but it was new, so it was both nostalgic and exciting, and it gave me both, and it was so amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, that's like the perfect explanation. And I thought it'd just be interesting really quick to also bring up maybe some of our close seconds if we have them. I know for me, it was very hard to pick between The Dark Knight and, for the same exact reason that you had for Fantastic Beasts, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Like, when you hear Han say, it's true, all of it, in reference to the Force.
So I just got shivers.
Like,
Me too!
that is something that you can't undersell, because this is a character that totally was like, that's a bunch of malarkey. I don't believe any of this shit. You know, it's all a bunch of luck and nonsense.
Hokey religion.
Yeah, hokey religions
I was-
is no use, or is nothing
No.
like a useful blaster at your side. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that fucking trailer, like, it was so
I was
amazing.
gonna say when we were talking about this throughout the week, I was like, all right, taking bets with myself. It's like Ransom and Anthony, one of them, their favorite trailer should be Star Wars. So
And
I
you were
lost.
wrong.
I lost a bet to myself. I'm not really quite sure how that works in the end of the day, but yeah, I was wrong. So, but I knew. I'm glad that it was a close second, so I don't
and-
feel as bad.
It's just like Ransom said, with the clarity of hindsight, when you're looking back at these trailers.
After watching the movie.
Exactly. You kind of can tell that, oh man, that trailer sold exactly the perfect vibe for that movie. And I think The Dark Knight did it better than The Force Awakens, but I do have to admit, at the time, was way more excited for The Force Awakens than I was for The Dark Knight. Like, oh my god.
He wore a
like,
robe.
Star Wars was back in movie theaters. What? That's amazing.
Well, that was the first time. Well, no. I guess you had 1, 2, and 3 when you guys were alive that it premiered in theaters.
Yeah, but that
you
was
know, that
supposed
doesn't
to
really
be
count.
that was supposed to be the end of Star Wars in movie theaters. Like, Lucas kept saying that, like, he never had things, although when you look back in past interviews, he had an idea for what the new other movies would be, 7, 8, and 9. And then he's like, nope, I'm just never going to do them. And then Disney acquired the rights. Disney brings back Star Wars, and
And
this is
did
our
it
first
hard.
Yeah, and this
They
is our
did it
first
well.
trailer that showed us, like, and the hyperspeed when you're going to fucking hyperspace was like, what? That looks fucking amazing. But it also looked close enough to how it did in the New Hope. Like,
God.
sorry,
Okay.
I will stop talking now. Ransom, did you have a close second?
I have to go with Kingsman Secret Service.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Because while we're in this whole, you know, like, nerd, like,
Nerdtopia.
Nerdtopia with, like, all of the big movies being, like, Marvel or DC or Star Wars or Harry Potter, you know, like, all of these big franchises. Matthew Vaughn brought something that nobody really had heard of. Like, it
amazing.
was Kingsman was a comic book before it became a movie,
But not well known.
but it was not well known, and he brought this you know, story to life, and brought something completely new to, you know, fans of, you know, like spy movies and action movies. You know, it was something fresh and something new, and the trailer just really got everyone excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
That movie was freaking amazing. I think I've watched that movie like 5 times.
I know, I've watched it so many times and I
time.
haven't gotten sick of it
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, and you can't undersell that nostalgia for James Bond, but in this case,
comedy.
yeah, and done better.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one, Ransom.
Yeah. Casey, any close seconds?
I was gonna say It Comes at Night, but I changed my mind just now.
Because it's that hindsight.
Yeah.
When you think about it, you're like, that trailer totally got me excited,
And then that
but
movie was
for a
fucking
completely different movie.
So I think I'm gonna have to go with Mad Max.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And the primary reason is because as an artist, before the scenery, before the music, what got to me was the juxtaposition of the bright golds and the really turquoise blues. Everyone noticed my eyeshadow right now.
Wow.
And when I think of Mad Max, I think of like bright blues, bright yellows and oranges, like just this whole canvas of bright colors in the desert. And then when you layer that with Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy, and then you layer some amazing opera classics, come on.
That was a great
Like,
trailer.
and it did a really good job of kind of getting it was an introduction into the world, and I think it stayed true to the world of Fury Road.
Well, and yeah, that movie was all about beautiful chaos in a way.
God.
And the
With
adrenaline
steampunk too. The steampunk
Yes.
was really intriguing.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, I actually think I appreciated that trailer more after I watched the movie. Because I
Yeah.
remember watching the trailer, I'm like, you know, maybe. I know he was excited, so I went with Anthony, and I think you, too, to go see the movie. And after the movie, I was like, holy, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I remember watching that movie for the first time, and I literally had sweat in my seat because
you
watching
were,
it
like,
the first time.
Both of them
Yeah.
were like this at the movie. It's
you have so many close calls, but you can't help but get excited with some of like the insanity that goes on. Like that fucking dude that was blind with the 2 machine guns. I am the bringer of death. You're just like, whoa, dude, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, and so that trailer, I think that would be my close second. And actually, now the more I'm talking about it, it might actually be my first.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
No, it's totally
So
fine.
let's stop talking about it before I
Close
change my
seconds.
mind.
Katie, what was your trailer?
My close second trailer is Interstellar. Actually,
Really?
Yeah, here's why. A lot of people didn't like that movie. I fucking love that movie. I don't really like Matthew McConaughey. Anyway, but it's fine. Because I like space. I think space is fascinating. I want to go to space. Also, fucking music. When Anthony and I first started dating, we listened to that soundtrack on repeat. So the very first movies I actually saw with your entire family, even though everybody fell asleep because we went at like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had already seen it. We're like, let's go see it again.
Dad was out like
yeah,
a
he
light.
was out. Well, you and your dad were just like, I'm out. I could understand. It's a long movie. But that trailer, so good. I was like, I've never seen space depicted like this. I've never seen the world needing to go to space because of the world not, like, being habitable anymore. And the line that's like, we were born here, but we were never meant to die here. I thought that was amazing. And, you know, I just, and the soundtrack, oh my god, the music, and it was beautiful. And so I think I was stoked for that movie, and I loved the movie, and I loved the trailer, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
I think there are some things that in hindsight for me, like, I don't love what they did with the final act of the movie, but that trailer did sell you a space epic, and at the heart of Interstellar, it's still a space
And
epic.
I agree with you. The ending, I was like, you could have done
Actually,
something a little better, but
The trailer didn't intrigue me at all.
really,
Not in the
I loved it. I
slightest.
was so stoked because they had the music, and I think that the music really was what got me. The music was a lot for me in like trailers and movies and things, because it's kind of like what we were talking about in the car on the way here. How in Star Wars, John Williams has these songs that are for characters, or theme songs for characters. And I think Interstellar with their music did that, and it was this journey, and the music took you on a journey because there were different parts of the music that took you on different journeys throughout what they were going through in that movie. So I knew that there was going to be a lot of different parts to it, and that's why I think I got so excited.
You know, and really, his soundtrack for that can't be understated. It's exactly what you said. It's rare that he gets it so, like,
And who did that
theatrical
song?
feeling.
And
Zimmer.
Zimmer did
Yeah,
it?
Hans
Okay,
Zimmer.
yeah, and I like him. You know, he's no John Williams, but who is?
Right.
So I'm sorry. I love John Williams. He did Harry Potter. You cannot get mad at me about that.
Hans Zimmer did Lion King
Okay, fine. Ooh, I have something to tell you about Lion King later.
and Dark Knight. Just saying.
Okay, anyway, point being, the music was great, and I did appreciate it, and I loved it, and I think that the music really was what sold me on it. And that music is actually probably what sold me on the movie as well, because I really don't like Matthew McConaughey. He's like, oh, that's the other actor, him and Nicolas Cage. Anyway, sorry.
We'll have a talk about that for another topic. All right, guys. Well, at the end of the day, what were your favorite trailers that you've seen from all time? What got you excited? And also, in hindsight, what made you realize, man, that sold me that movie perfectly? Comment below, let us know. Leave a like, and if you enjoy what we're doing here, share with your friends as well. Get them a part of the conversation too.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, and hit the subscribe button if you can. All right, we'll catch you guys later.